What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your $1,400 third stimulus check update, fourth stimulus check update. That's right. And related news. I have actually some breaking new information that my wife just found on the reason why millions of people, especially Social Security beneficiaries who have not gotten their third stimulus check yet, the $1,400. Brand new breaking information that we're going to go over in this video and a lot more. And yeah, it's so crazy how honestly the IRS is just very far behind when it comes to this and tax returns. I got some information for you about that as well. Lots of information to go over. Let's jump right in. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new updates on the third stimulus check and the fourth stimulus check package and the fourth round of stimulus coming out in the near future. $200 per month Social Security increase, student loan forgiveness, $15,000 home buyer tax credit. Yeah, there's a lot coming out. Stimulus checks in the next package and more. Don't forget to hit the like button and let's jump right in. Okay, first up, the Treasury has said that they have now issued 127 million stimulus checks under the Biden aid plan, the third stimulus check package. 127 million have now been sent out. The Treasury Department has announced today, on Wednesday, that a second batch of direct deposits, paper checks, and prepaid debit cards that have begun to arrive this week includes roughly 37 million payments, totaling $83 billion. Roughly 17 million of those payments, totaling $38 billion, were sent out through direct deposits today. 15 million were sent via paper check through the mail, and 5 million were sent via a prepaid debit card through the mail. The Treasury Department had already disbursed 90 million payments before the 37 million payments today, totaling $242 billion in the first batch that were sent out starting March 12th, the day after Biden signed the $1.2 trillion stimulus check package. So a lot of them have been sent out, but not really 90 to 95%, it looks like, of Social Security beneficiaries, SSI, SSDI, railroad benefits, VA, all the programs under Social Security, 90% of them have not received their stimulus checks. Well, here's the reason why. As you can see right here on the screen, third stimulus check, 30 million Social Security beneficiaries waiting on COVID payments because the SSA, Social Security Administration, hasn't sent the required paperwork to the IRS. Representative Richard Neal says. There it is. Here we go. Nearly 30 million Americans who benefit from Social Security and SSI, supplemental security income, are waiting on desperately needed COVID-19 third stimulus check because the Social Security Administration hasn't sent the necessary paperwork to the IRS, according to House Representative Richard Neal and other Democratic lawmakers. In a letter Wednesday, which is today, unless you're watching this in the morning, Neal and other members of the House Ways and Means Committee he chairs demanded that the SSA send the required payment files to the IRS within the next 24 hours. They called the holdup, quote, inexplicable, just a day after they wrote the IRS and the SSA to say that there are no excuses for delays of the approved $1,400 stimulus checks to vulnerable Americans who benefit from the income through Social Security, SSI, VA, and Railroad Retirement Board. Quote, we are aware that the IRS asked the Social Security Administration to start sending payment files 2 weeks before the American Rescue Plan became law on March 11th, the lawmakers wrote. As of today, the Social Security Administration still has not provided the IRS with the payment files that are needed to issue the stimulus checks to struggling Americans. We demand that you immediately provide the IRS this information by tomorrow, March 25th, 2021. The IRS has not immediately returned a message seeking details on these delayed stimulus checks. Social Security Subcommittee Chairman John Larson of Connecticut The Oversight Subcommittee Chairman Bill Parcell Jr. of New Jersey and Worker and Family Support Subcommittee Danny Davis of Illinois joined Neal in this letter. In their letter to the IRS and the Social Security Administration on Tuesday, the lawmakers noted that in the two previous rounds of stimulus payments during the pandemic, the agencies worked together to ensure prompt payments to Social Security, SSI, RRB, and VA beneficiaries. Yet this time around, lawmakers are receiving reports of delays, putting, quote, critical assistance on hold for millions of Americans in need. Quote, the American Rescue Plan was intended to provide much needed economic stimulus and assistance to people across the country immediately. And we are counting on your agencies to ensure that the beneficiaries are not left behind in the seamless delivery of those payments, the lawmakers wrote. However, we were alarmed to learn that most Social Security beneficiaries who are not required to file a tax return have not yet received their payments, and the IRS is unable to provide an expected timeline for these payments. Some of our most vulnerable seniors and persons with disabilities, including veterans who served our country with honor, are unable to pay for the basic necessities while they wait for their overdue payments. The lawmakers asked for an updated timeline for payments by Friday. They urged the IRS and the Social Security Administration to move with all deliberate speed to quickly issue these payments to Social Security and SSI and all Social Security beneficiaries. We urge the IRS to work with the RRB and VA to pay those beneficiaries as well. So there you have it. The reason why 90% of Social Security beneficiaries have not received their $1,400 stimulus checks, 30 million people to be exact, or to estimate, that is because the Social Security Administration has not sent the required paperwork to the IRS. The U.S. House of Representative Democrats, Richard Neal and fellow associates, have finally figured this out. Social Security just literally hasn't sent over the information. Here it is for you in black and white, and that is the reason for these delays going to over 30 million people. And then here's more information from a different article. A spokesperson for the Social Security Administration told The Hill that the agency was in discussions with the Treasury Department and the IRS ahead of time, but did not have the authorization to send the beneficiary files before the pandemic relief's law enactment. But I mean, it's been 12 days since then. The Social Security Administration had to first establish a reimbursable agreement with the IRS to fund the work, providing the beneficiary information, and then test the new system in recent days. I don't know why. They've done this 2 times before with the past 2 previous stimulus checks. You tell me. Quote, Social Security staff is working day and night with the Treasury and the IRS representatives to ensure that the electronic file of Social Security and SSI recipients is complete, accurate, and ready to be used to issue payments, said Social Security Administration spokesperson Mark Hinkle. Some of these issues behind the delays in check distribution in the last 2 weeks are similar to the 2 previous rounds distributed under the Trump administration, such as for people who didn't have direct deposit information on file with the IRS because they didn't have to file tax returns or if they filed paper returns. House Representative Bill Pascrell from New Jersey, a Democrat from New Jersey, says the Social Security Administration has to get the damn files to the IRS. They should have had it there yesterday so we can get these payments out. They should have got it there last week. These are some of our most vulnerable neighbors. They're the ones that are getting shafted because government agencies are not doing what they're supposed to do. Wow. There it is. We figured it out. We figured out the mystery. They haven't sent over the paperwork. I don't even know. I'm speechless. It's just like it's been 12 days since they passed the bill. They were working on this before the bill was even passed. We just read it. And now the bill's passed and they haven't sent over the information to the IRS. There it is. Finally, we finally got the truth. Wow. All right, so here's the next deal. If you haven't got the third stimulus check yet, they have 24 hours to respond. So hopefully they get that over to the IRS today. I don't know. Will the IRS send out direct deposits today, tomorrow? I mean, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. At least we figured it out. Honestly, this is, I don't want to say it's good news, but it's actually good news that we figured it out because I've seen so many comments from so many people thinking they're not going to get the stimulus check and because of this reason or that reason. And so many people that got the first and second stimulus check are now doubting themselves, thinking that for some made up reason, they're not going to get the third stimulus check. And at least I feel like a lot of you can breathe a sigh of relief now that we've found out this information because I really feel like a lot of you guys on Social Security, because I've seen your messages, I've seen your comments. You guys all are feeling like you're not going to get it. So I hope this puts you at ease. Let me know if it does. I feel really bad. I mean, I wish I could go there personally and speed this up, but I personally feel a sigh of relief now because we figured out the reason because it just seemed so strange that all everybody's getting these checks and deposits except for Social Security beneficiaries. It's like it was like the one group that kind of needed it the most. And like what was the common denominator there? Well, we figured out the common denominator was the Social Security Administration hasn't sent over the paperwork and the files with the people that are supposed to get the checks. And they got to send that over securely and stuff, but at least we figured it out. So if you're doubting yourself that you're not going to receive this check and you received the last two, please breathe a sigh of relief. Know that it's just basically an administration error that they haven't sent over the information and that you're going to receive the third stimulus check. If you got the first two and you make below 75 to $80,000 as an individual, double that as a couple, 112,500 as a single filer head of household, and you have a social security number, you're going to get the check. I've seen all these conspiracy theories and they heard this and they heard that from some guy who just, has no sources, doesn't show you anything on his screen. I actually feel really bad for a lot of people. I know there's so many people have been losing sleep over this, and I've been losing sleep trying to figure out figure out why. It's been driving me crazy, and it's just like we get these updates from the Treasury that says, "Well, they're sending them out on today, the 24th. They're sending them out. They're sending them out," and then I see tens of thousands of comments saying, "Jimmy, we didn't get it." I mean, a lot of people got it today. They sent out what was it, 17 million direct deposits and 20 million via paper checks and debit cards. So honestly, I don't think we know yet at this point if the paper checks and debit cards are for Social Security yet. Okay, so please just be very careful to check your mail every day. I don't want to see you guys throw away paper checks and debit cards. There's more people that are going to get paper checks and debit cards in the mail, in the snail mail from the United States Postal Service this round more than ever. And again, who knows the reason unless they tell us, but more people are going to get it this time, even if you're expecting a direct deposit. And just to show you again, these are what the two envelopes look like. So this is, if you're going to get a debit card, it can look like this. I'm not sure if they've changed it for the third round yet, but it'll look like this with EIP, Economic Impact Payment Card here, blue treasury seal. Or it can look like this if it's a check, United States Department of the Treasury. Please just make sure for any reason, I'll show you both of these again. Don't throw away any junk mail without looking through it over the course of the next like week or two, just to make extra sure that you're not throwing away a stimulus check or a stimulus debit card, even if you're expecting direct deposit. We have had over 100,000 people already that have thrown these away in the past, just from the first and the second round of stimulus checks. So please, and let your parents know, let your brothers and family know, let them know this because a lot of people are expecting a direct deposit, and well, they're sending them out via this way, and people just aren't expecting it, and they throw it away. They think it's junk mail. They think it's a scam. So please be very careful of that. And not only that, tax returns are literally delayed too. The IRS is literally just at its breaking point with stimulus checks, direct deposits, debit cards, envelopes. millions of them going out, as well as tax refunds. Just a few days ago, they said they had 25 million tax refunds or tax returns to go through that had a backlog of 25 million of them. And they're getting more every single day as we get closer to the April 15th deadline that has now been pushed back to May 17th. By the way, if you didn't know that, I covered that in a previous video. The April 15th tax filing deadline has been pushed back to May 17th. But it's a little bit tricky because they're still deciding and or not on estimated payments if you made quarterly estimated payments. And also your state may or may not follow suit. Some states are saying they still want to have their money by April 15th or their state tax return. But really, the state tax returns are dependent upon the federal tax returns. So really, that's really kind of a whole mess. I mean, worst case scenario, you try to send in your tax returns by April 15th. But if you're going to send it in a month later by the May 17th deadline, I'll try to keep you up to date, but your state may be different. I'll keep you up to date with any new information that comes on out on that as well. But just double, triple check that you can send it in late. And if you have quarterly tax returns and or if your state will allow you to send it in late by that May 17th deadline, just to make sure. Because honestly, the IRS is really just scrambling to try to get all this stuff done, and they have a reduced workforce because President Trump cut part of their staff, mainly because he doesn't like the IRS. And I mean, most people don't. And they had short staff because of the pandemic, and they're just trying to get on their feet. And yeah, things are just kind of crazy. So I'll keep you up to date on all of that, as well as the fourth stimulus check package and the fourth stimulus checks that are being demanded to be included in this next infrastructure stimulus package. So I'll keep you up to date on everything. Make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't yet. It's completely free to do so. After subscribing, you can click the bell icon that appears and click it to all notifications to get reminder notifications when we go live with new videos, which is 10 a.m., 3 p.m., 8 p.m., and 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can share this video with your family and friends. There's a share button down below to do that as well, so that they know basically all this information that we just found out. You can click this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. In fact, that video goes a lot over the fourth stimulus check package and details we just found out about that as well. And this video teaches you how to start your own business selling products on Amazon FBA. I've had dozens of students who have replaced their 9-to-5 income selling products on Amazon. Click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.